Hi there, this is the Victats podcast. This is the podcast about tatting, not the skin and ink kind of tatting, but the needle, shuttle, and thread kind of tatting. So if you're taking off your shirt to show me something, you can put it back on. I also talk about cross stitch and crochet and other crafts I do. But mostly the last couple weeks it's been tatting and cross stitch. So first thing is that I totally screwed up the dates. And this weekend is the Palmetto Tatting Guild. And normally I send down a kit for their grab bags, but I lost a couple weeks there, and so the kits aren't gonna make it. Anyways, so yeah, so that's a little bit of a disappointment. But I also did up a little bit of a pattern that I'm gonna share in celebration of the Palmetto Tatdays. So hopefully this weekend. It is, if you can't tell, it's an acorn. So that's what I've been working on, is this pattern, and I haven't gotten back to doing the cap here, but I realized they could join together in a little mini medallion kind of doily like thing. Anyways, I did this color, the green and the brown, not because they're really that color around here, or maybe there are some trees where it's that color. Most of them are brown and brown, but I just, you know, I've seen on the internet where it's green and brown, and some of the acorns are green and brown, and I thought this was cute. The other option is, if you don't like how wide far it goes, and is that you can actually just do it like that. You don't have to do this part. I really haven't done a model up yet where it's like that, but I think that would look okay too. Yep, and I forgot to tell you I was podcasting from Ottawa. I have not worked on the Rental 2023, although I'm pretty sure I'm not going back to that baby blue. I just don't like it, so I pulled out another blue, and I've got to pull all the, I thought I was so smart because I loaded a whole bunch of shovels up with that baby blue color, but anyway, so I've got to take that off. And then what else have I done tatting wise? So last year in the fall, I posted what I called a Quaker pumpkin pattern, and what I didn't get a chance to post is that there's like an edging pattern where you, like, or you know, an edging pattern that I'd done, or somewhat of an edging pattern. So I've been kind of working on that, like testing that just to make sure. So I have to make 3 of the pumpkins, not quite the same, slightly different than the original pattern, and I have to then do the edging. So. And what else? Can't think of anything too exciting other than that tat-wise, but don't forget the Palmetto Tatting Guild is this weekend, so keep an eye out because often there's lots of terrific pictures. Oh, okay. I think that's kind of it tatting wise. You know what, I just realized I was just at the dollar store today and I'd seen these little wood tags and I just didn't know what to do with them, but I could have put tatting on them. Anyways, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab something. I have not really worked on the crochet very much, so, you know. But I have been doing cross stitch. Oh, there's the rest of my stuff. Okay. But what I did do last night, because I was listening to a seminar and I have to watch the thing because I'm co-hosting, I think that might need to be touched up, but I had made these last year. And then this year what I did is I had seen this I was at Walmart because I ordered a patio set for my house, even though I don't have the house bill yet. And then changed my mind. Then I returned it because I'm like, I don't want to worry about moving any more shit than I need to. There's a whole bunch of stuff around here that is not moving with me. Anyways, and I've been obsessing over Facebook Marketplace for like hutches and things like that, which I'm not going to move into that house. I just, you know, sometimes these things help you get, you know, to the next day. Anyway, so I made this last year. This is from Just Cross Stitch magazine. I don't know what year it is. I changed some of the coloring, but I think this is one of the absolute most favorite things I've ever made. Like this pattern, I just love it. And I had been tempted at the time, and I wish I'd done it, but I think I was too anxious to get it done. I wish that I put some webbing in here. But and then here's a vintage pattern material that my friend found cleaning up out of her mom's house, and I thought it was kind of cute. So, oh, and then this is just the you know, I'm a fan of the Walmart, you know, the DMC just regular Ada, because I like that thicker, heavier stuff, and because it's really good and sturdy, and so that's what this is made from, and this was, you know, hand dyed by me. Here's another piece, and this is originally started off as something by, oh my god, it's gonna come to me later. I can't think of them. I can't think of I can't think of the designers. But it was from their free thing, and then I kind of ended up changing because I don't know what it originally was going to say, and then I added in, I think that I added in the ghost with the star, and then I changed the lettering. I changed it to Spooky Girl as opposed to, it must have just started off as Spooky or something. But to me, that's an O, 2 O's, like you fill it in. Anyways, the funny thing about this is that I didn't really get the cutting quite right on here, but I think I had been intending to put, I don't remember, a little charm or something that said boo or something like that here. So I think maybe that's why I didn't cut it, I didn't sew it quite even. On the other hand, I was actually doing this, getting used to cutting and doing things without having a rotary cutter. Not that things come out better with a rotary cutter anyways, but some of this stuff came out a wee bit lopsided. Same with this one a little bit. But this guy's a pumpkin. This pumpkin, I'm pretty sure this pumpkin face is from Pinker and Pumpkin. Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting, which is a blog. And she does lots of free stuff. But this little table thingy I freehanded myself. And he's super, super, super cute. And once again, oh, there's the back. I love this material. But the funny thing is once again, like, I don't know why. I should have, I guess, before I decided to close this all up, because the other thing I did last night was sew it up with invisible thread. And I guess I should have just kind of run down and redid this part. But again, I think at the time I was thinking I would put a bow here or something. You know what I mean? But I actually just kind of like them as they are. So that's what I did last night, and I pulled those out. Everything else, I kind of started packing up because I don't want to have to deal with a lot of random crap at the last minute. So that's the thing. And then the other thing I started was at Christmas time I bought from I think I told you about this, but Twin Peaks Primitive had a really crazy sale on, and I bought some of their books that they did. And if you remember, I did the Easter Bunny one, the little bunny girl, and I was totally in love with this little girl. And she doesn't have her legs on her yet, but what I did was, over the weekend, okay, she's gonna be way cuter. You can't tell, but the, on this thing, but the stitches in through the eyes here are like a drunken 2-year-old did it. Which, if you can imagine, like a drunken 2-year-old would be pretty scary. But I find that once I get stuff done and it's been steamed and it's been all that stuff, some of the stuff that looks like crap kind of settles out, or it's just there's so many other things to look at that you don't see it as well. But there he is, and the funny thing is in the picture this background looks super faded, but it's not faded. It's a really nice kind of midnighty blue, and I changed the colors, and I did the outlining. I'm gonna do the legs down. I want to get all the extra stuff done that have to be done, and then I just have to add the legs there in the green. But I changed the coloring because I don't like, if it's too dull, I kind of get bored with it. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, Twin Peaks Primitive, their Halloween book, and it's their little kind of Halloween girl. And oh yeah. In through here, the mouth isn't quite right. Some of the stuff isn't quite right, but I like these kind of patterns where it doesn't matter. Excuse me for a sec. Now, the colors are actually, sorry, do I have one more sneeze? Yep. Okay, the colors that I used, with the exception of this color here, this greeny and the black, actually are from a Carolyn Manning one that is one of her like flashbacks, and it's a little Halloween kitty cat with like a raven and all that stuff. It's on her site, and I bought that pattern before, and again this spring when I bought the other Carolyn Manning patterns. And if you don't remember, or if you've been watching if you've watched the other ones, you can see that I did up the little summertime cat, which is one of my favorite things I've ever cross stitched. And so I am gonna do that pattern as well, the Carolyn Manning, I don't know, it's a kitty cat. Kitty cat. But I used the colors from that for this, because I thought, well, those are Halloween colors, I guess, so let's do it. Plus they're the ones I had in hand. I'm not buying any, I am not buying any more stuff. Except for maybe the long weekend. I might go down to Knowledge and Needles. But right now I'm kind of on a little self-ban there, because like I don't want to move this stuff. I just don't want to move it. Okay, so there's that. And I know I showed you this last time, but I got these bags from the Dollarama. I really like them. The only thing is you have to be, because it's plastic in here, I would put my patterns in a little sleeve or something, or a little folder, because this would be big enough to have the folder in, I think. What I am planning to do is I'm gonna go and purchase, go to the Michael's and get the puff paints, and because I tried writing with Sharpie marker, does not show up very well on this. So I'm gonna get the puff paints and decorate it up. Then I feel like, ooh, I've got something special. Okay, hold on. Okay, I clearly did not prepare properly for this. Oops. Okay, and I understand now the obsession that cross stitchers, a lot of cross stitchers have with scissors, because they're never there when you need them. Never. Funny story, one of the things that are on, I could never find them, but lots of them on Facebook Marketplace, are these Singer sewing machines for an incredibly reasonable price, plus the ones that like in the wood box that you carry and all that stuff. But once again, thing that I have to move. The table I'm using, thinking I'm gonna see if this table comes apart. If not, it's gotta go too. Oh yes, sorry, I'm gonna take my allergy meds. I totally forgot about that, which is why I'm starting to get a really bad headache. Okay. Let's see what I've got going on here. Okay, cool. All right, so over the weekend, I worked on I can't remember if I saw you before or after the long weekend, but anyways, over the long weekends, the last couple weekends, I worked on the oh my god, this thing's getting beaten up pretty bad. The June Bug by Nora Corbett. I don't know how people keep these things in good shape, but whatever, Corbett. I was able to get up in and around here, kind of get that done up in there. You know what, it's gonna be so beautiful. And I feel like any minute now I'm gonna be done it, but I'm not. There's still a lot more to go. So I worked on that. Kind of makes me laugh though that I'm so delusional. Oops, sorry, that's not what I'm doing. I'm doing it the other way. I'm putting them in when I'm done. Okay, this is the Nora Corbett Trick or Treat that's in the Hirschberger that you get from Hirschberger's. It was in their magazine at one time. And here it is. I was working on that, and what I had done is I was filling this in here, and then I thought, you know what, the easier thing would be for me to do is actually to skip up to the next section, do that part, and kind of get up into here, because this I can always just fill in afterwards, right? Like, you know, again, don't have to think too much about the fill work. And once again, like, I feel like when I'm stitching it, my stitches look like shit. And then when I look back, I'm like, oh, this is so nice. The other thing is I'm back at a love with the Anchor floss, because I feel like it's thinner, which I can't prove, but I feel like it's a little thinner. I agree that the black feels thicker, but the other colors feel thinner. I don't know if that's true or not, right? Could be totally delusional. Anyways, so I want to get this done for Halloween. So now the 3 things I want to get done. Okay, there's a couple things I want to do, but for Halloween, I want to get this done. I want to get the one I just showed you done, and I want to get the Carolyn Manning cat one done. I don't get that done, that's okay. Because the other thing I want to do is I want to start the, it's on my other phone, I'll have to get it charged, but the, oh, I can't think of her name. Witch Mama? Mama Cross Stitch? I can't remember her name. But I'm just blanking right now. But she gives every once in a while freebies out, and she did a Thanksgiving one a couple of years ago that I really want to do, and it's called You Want a Piece of Me, and it's a turkey and a basin, and he looks really pissed off and everything, and I love it so much. And so I want to get that one started. So that's kind of what I'm thinking there. Once again, I tried to write on this, but nothing. Okay. Little tad, I don't know, I think I show you this every time, my little tatted dangle. The pattern's on my blog, victats.blogspot.com. It's called the Tatty Square, and this is just a sticker gem from the Dollarama. The Dollarama in Canada is more like the Dollar General in the States, only not as expensive, I guess. I don't know. All right. Wow. Next one is the one I bought over I think it was the 4th of July Canada Day weekend. And this is the Glendon Place Bird of Paradise Mandala, okay, which I love, love, love. And this is on, I think it's called Legacy, 28 count Legacy Lugana, whatever. And it's with the Dinky Dyes. It was a kit, and I actually got like a lot of this stuff done in through here, and it's very pretty. I'm really enjoying stitching it. I don't know what I'll do with it afterwards, and you know, probably make it into a pillow. I know that's crazy, but what's it? Oh, let me look. Okay, sorry, I have the stitch stuff information here. It is Ancient. I think it's Pictureless plus Ancient. So when I put this in here, I make sure that the plastic that it came in, like that there's a barrier between the edges of this. So that's the only thing wrong with these things, is that, I didn't remember, I decorated it. This isn't as whatever as I wanted it to be, but anyways. Okay, and then the last thing that I've been working on is my trash panda, the raccoon. So, look, I've gotten down this far with the fill-in, right? I just have to fill this little part in. And then I came over here and I did some fill-in over here too. So he's getting close. He's getting close. Now, what I think I'm gonna do, I don't know. I can't tell. I don't know. It's hard because you can't see it, but I go, oh yeah, you can kind of. I have such beautiful modeling down in here. But what I kind of was thinking I would do, maybe not, but I really don't have a lot of interest in the rest of the design. I just really, really love this guy. Really love him. So I'm not so interested in stitching the rest of it. So what I wondered if I would do is take the fusible webbing, or whatever it's called. I always say it the wrong name, but the you know, the double-sided fusion, right? So, so that you can what's the name of it? So just look at the, it's not peel and stick, but anyways, where it has the glue on both sides. Because what I think I would do is that I would put the fusing on it, trim around it, around the edges, and then fuse the my trash panda, my raccoon, to a really pretty kind of foresty fabric, like with trees, like pine trees and that stuff, and or maybe houses, because I'm in Ottawa, and you know, I'm in more of an urban area, and that's how we see them, is dumping over garbage cans and all that stuff. But I was thinking that I might do that, where I just put it on there and then make like a, you know, a bag out of it. But if not, I'll finish that and make it into a pillow. But I was kind of thinking that might be kind of cool too. And then that way I could do it and kind of have it kind of cut around and, you know, glue it, you know, fuse it down. And I don't know why I can't come up with the right term for that, but fuse it down, and then maybe do like some of the stitching around it, like the herringbone stitching or whatever that you see some of the like say West Coast crafter do. So I was kind of thinking that maybe, I don't know, but whatever it is, it will be lovely. The other thing is, the other thing I want to do is I want to make a couple pumpkins. Ooh, I do have some crochet to show you. I lied. And just so you know, in my household, it's officially autumn. I had done this part last year, and I picked sticks up the other day when I was helping my parents clean up their birch tree. So this is the stick that's going to go in here, and I'm going to make a bunch of these little pumpkins for my family. I think I'm going to break it. I don't know. I don't know if I like it long or if I want it shorter. I haven't glued it yet either. So, but yep. So I did finish this off. So actually, I've done a lot of finishing of stuff. I also moved a bunch of boxes of craft supplies that were behind this thing, that contain like the pashmina shawls and that stuff that I was using to make some other things, because I was going to use them to make project bags as well. That's the word I couldn't think of 2 minutes ago, project bags. But this weekend I'm not going to my cottage, so I'll be here, and so I might be able to get some time to kind of putter around and do some other crafty stuff. A couple years ago, I had done in my house. I had done the pumpkins. They didn't turn out the way mine didn't turn out the way they're supposed to, but they still turned out awesome. And I would make lots of them again from Peach Bottom Primitives. And so I wanted to go and make. And I had bought a different type of pattern, so from her as well, and so patterns are super accessible, and so I might go back and make a couple more pumpkins because I don't have any pumpkins. And then the other thing is I have some orange pashmina, which is at the cottage, so it's not helpful this weekend, but and do a simple kind of pumpkin as well with the pashmina, because I think that would look really, really cute. And I like when things are soft. So like the reason I like the pashmina is it's the pashmina material is that it's so soft. So like because I think I showed this before to you, but when I touch this, when I touch this, it's so soft. It's just so soft. And so that's what I really like about it. And I like, you know, I know this is very simple, but I actually really love the way it turned out. Although this was not great, I don't think it's too bad considering I don't have a rotary cutter right now. Actually, I'm not that good at rotary cutting anyways. That's a skill set that nobody appreciates. Anyway, so that's kind of what I'm planning on doing a little bit, but not too terribly much because I don't want to make a mess. And I want to mostly get things kind of packed up so that whenever my house gets close to finishing, because things are going to happen really fast now, I want to be able to be out that month. Yep. Anyways, all right. So I'm going to continue to work on, like I said, the Halloween stuff, and I might pull out some of the other stuff a little bit, like some of the other stuff I've been working on, like the Carolyn Manning, you know, the Whirly Twirly Tree, but I'm not going to do that till I get these other two things done. And if I don't get them done, it's okay. It's not a big deal, but that's just one of the things that I would like to do. And I would very much like to start that turkey because I can think he's the most funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Anyways, okay, so I'm going to sign off and wish you happy tatting and happy crafting, and hope you guys have a wonderful day, okay? Cheers.